We're back on the road this week at Stanford University for the 2016 Collegiate Cup. A brand new counterattack is coming up next. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on this week's Counterattack. We're on location once again at Stanford University for the 2016 Collegiate Cup, a preseason women's college water polo tournament, bringing together some of the best teams in the land. Let's show you all the highlights. We begin with the first of 3 games, as there were 3 teams in the mix for the Collegiate Cup Championship. Early on Sunday morning, UCLA and USC getting together, a battle of LA in Northern California. The Olympian Maddie Musselman starts things off in the second, scoring here to make it 4-1 Bruins. But Maud Meggins, a new player for the women of Troy, rockets this one home in the second to get the Trojans back in the mix. Elise Williams comes back in the third quarter for UCLA, makes the lead 6-3 here. Devin grabs several shots like this one from afar for UCLA. That's all net, but USC not going quietly. Haley McKelvey back-to-back goals for USC, getting high up out of the water to bury this one, but at the end, UCLA doing the job defensively. Carly Capana making several saves just like this, helping the Bruins to a 1-goal win and leaving UCLA in the mix for that Collegiate Cup championship. Now we go later in the morning. Stanford versus UCLA. Cardinal, they're vying to win this Collegiate Cup title. They started off early. Danny Jakovic opens things up. A 1-0 lead here for the Cardinal. UCLA, Musselman to Mackenzie Barr gets the Bruins on the board. 1-1 tie here in the first. Now we go later in the match. Second quarter action. Another Olympian out there, Maggie Steffens, and Kat Klass, they go back and forth. With Klass, the recipient, she scores the quick goal. Stanford now pushing ahead 3-1. UCLA returning fire, rallying. Elise Williams on the power play here will make it 4-2 in the third, but too much Kat Klass, too much Stanford. Check out this lob, sailing it over the keeper's head. It's a 7-5 lead for Stanford. They go on to win it, and now the Cardinal in prime position to win the Collegiate Cup Championship. But hang on, there'd be one more game to play. USC versus Stanford. The way the points shook out with UCLA beating USC, Stanford beating UCLA. If Stanford won outright, they'd be the Collegiate Cup champ. USC would have to win by 2 goals or more to claim the title. Remember that as we get into the highlights. Early on, it's Kat Klass again. She opens the game for the Cardinal, 1-0, but USC comes right back. Brianna DeBow on the dish from Stefania Haralabitis ties things 1-1. After Klass hit again, USC not going quietly. Annika Jensen, she'll even things 2-2. Then Haralabitis to Haley McKelvey. It's a 3-2 lead for USC, and with 7 seconds left, Gabby Stone is there defensively for Stanford, but McKelvey right on the front doorstep. She gets the rebound, and USC caps a stellar first period as now they've surged ahead 6-2. Second quarter action, Stanford on the comeback trail. Klass with the penalty shot score. That makes it 6-3, but USC had an answer at every turn this first half. Maud Meggins scoring here from the perimeter, 7-3. And then after a Stanford goal, Meggins back at it, delivering once more, building that USC lead. We got a couple of Team USA teammates. They're now teammates at Stanford. It's Mackenzie Fisher from Maggie Steffens, putting one back for the Cardinal, but USC would still lead by 4, 9-5 at intermission. Third quarter action now. Steffens will redirect this one into the back of the net, drawing the Cardinal to within 3 at 9-6. Brianna DeBow right back for USC from Meggins makes it 10-6. Stanford not done yet. 2:42 left in the third. Mackenzie Fisher off to Katie Dudley. Michigan in the house. 10-7. Stanford trailing. Brigitte Games, powerful out of 2 meters. No other way to put it. Gets the ball inside. Fights off multiple defenders. Tough to cover. 11-7. USC in front. But Stanford saving their best for last, looking to put together one final rally after a Steffens goal. Jamie Nuschel, one of many on the day, makes it 11-9 USC. One last strike for USC. Would it be enough? Stefania Haralabitis gives off to sister Ioana. She makes it 12-9. Stanford would have a few more attempts to draw even in this one, but they wouldn't come all the way back. Shannon Cleary, their last goal here, a nice one to make it 12-11, but USC still in the lead. They hang on for the win, but remember, they needed to win by 2 or more, so it's actually Stanford that takes the Collegiate Cup championship. UCLA in second, USC in third. Competitive Collegiate Cup action. The MVP of the Olympics and the MVP of the Collegiate Cup Maggie Steffens joined us afterwards.
It's so fun. I'm so happy to be back at Stanford. I mean, to play in this pool is one of the best gifts I could ever ask for. I've played in it as Team USA, I've played in it as Stanford, and it's an incredible feeling no matter what. So to be back in this family and to be back as the Cardinal family, it's really fun and been really welcoming for me after this transition. I think this season's going to be really fun because there's incredible players, not just from America. There's a lot of people from Europe and Australia and whatnot, so it's going to be a really competitive season, and I'm excited to have that opportunity to play against some of the best players in the world.
This year's Collegiate Cup was extra special because it comes after the 2016 Olympic Games. What does that mean? Well, this past weekend was the first time back in the water in official games for 5 Olympians that won gold in Rio. We caught up with some athletes on their thoughts, not only playing against some of their Team USA teammates, but also being back with their college squads.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun to be able to go back to your college team for me and some of us. I think it's really good to bring your experience that we had over the summer and bring it back to our team and just be able to play with different girls. And it's always fun and funny to see your other teammates in the water across from you. But it's good. It's just spreading water polo throughout everything, so it's always fun.
What's been the coolest thing you've done since winning a gold medal?
The coolest thing I've done, just going through college. It's been super fun and a different experience than I've ever experienced before. So getting to know some new friends outside of water polo as well. Just the college life is a lot different, and I love it.
One of the huge storylines in the women's college water polo offseason was who would take over as the new head coach for the Cal women's water polo team. We know the answer. We told you a few weeks back on the counterattack. It's Olympian Coralie Simmons coming from Sonoma State to Cal. She was here this weekend, her first official event with the Cal Bears. We caught up with Coralie for a longer interview available at USA Water Polo TV. Here's an excerpt. Coach, first of all, tell me, what was the experience like finding out you're the new head coach of Cal?
It was an awesome feeling. It was an opportunity that I obviously couldn't pass up and wanted to be a part of a program that wants to take it to the next level. And it's something that I've had my eye on, and you have your handful of programs that everyone's kind of looking at and wanting to be a part of. And I'm just fortunate to be in a point in my life where I could go for it, and the school, the athletes, the support that Cal has, it was an easy decision for me in the end. So.
And now we switch gears to men's college water polo. Let's take you around the nation with our college scoreboard. A wild weekend for Pacific. On Friday, they lose to UC Santa Barbara 13-9. Big win for the Gauchos. But then Saturday, UOP comes back and edges Stanford 11-10 at Stanford. Now we go East Coast. Brown 4 goals better than Princeton 13-9. And bring it back west. Whittier 1 goal better than Redlands 10-9. And huge men's college water polo this weekend. First, it's the big splash, Cal and Stanford, and then the Battle of LA, UCLA versus USC, both games live on the Pac-12 network. Last weekend may have been college water polo, but this weekend is all about age group water polo as we head to Hawaii for the 2016 Champions Cup, bringing together some high-level 14 and under clubs. We caught up with one 680 water polo. They are fired up to be heading to Honolulu.
This is a pretty determined group. It's pretty older. They're mostly all 8th graders. We're taking a full squad of 15 girls. This is probably one of the tournaments that we look forward to the most because we get to play teams that we don't normally face from outside of California. And we really like the sportsmanship aspect of this tournament. So it's a good tournament to start the year off.
Last year was Texas. That was pretty cool. But now it's like Aloha. So it's going to be pretty fun. Like, the beach, obviously, we're staying on the beach, and I think we're gonna have like a barbecue and we're gonna have a great time.
Going to Hawaii obviously is like a adrenaline rush, and that kind of plays, I feel like with the team, we would all just play really well and just get along, and it's gonna be a really good experience, especially with my friends. So not only in the pool, but out in Hawaii.
I'm really excited. I think we're planning on going to a luau. I feel like we have a really good chance of doing well, and we've been working really hard for it and training.
I mean, we are seeded first, so it's kind of, the expectations are really high. But at the same time, it's like just a seed. Like if you're doing a swim meet and you're top seed, that doesn't mean anything. So we just gotta play it our all, and hopefully we reach our expectations, considering that we've put so much effort in this entire fall season. And it's not just like separate groups, we're all one big group, and that kind of plays a part in the pool and how we communicate and how we just play the game.
I think our goal is to obviously place 1, 2, or 3, but I think that our goal is to also just become closer to our teammates. Like everybody wants that medal, but it's also about like how we play and like how we grow as a team and together.
When we're there to play the tournament, but then afterwards it's free time and fun time for them to let loose.
I have everything that I want to do in Hawaii because we're staying a little off for vacation. Just definitely go to the beach. That's a big duh. And yeah, beach. I really like Hawaii Five-0, the TV series.
Me too.
So you do?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if I see them, oh my gosh, that'll just be top 10 vacation.
Probably gonna go to the beach and get some snow cones.
If you're having a bad day at work, you come to practice and they just make it fun because every day they just want to learn so much, and this is a very determined group. And most of the time when I get there 15 minutes early, they're already there. And so as a coach, you can't ask for much more than that because they're just determined. They want to learn, they want to get better.
I think that it'd just be like a cool feeling, like saying like a Northern California team like was able to win, and like that the other teams around here like have a chance too.
Even though we are in Hawaii and it's a great place, we do look to compete hard and actually try to challenge and hopefully come home with some hardware. If you're ever in Northern California, come on by, try us out, or if you're a team coming up here, and we'd love to scrimmage you at one of our practices.
Just love 680.
And here's the rest of the details on the Champions Cup. Punahou and Iolani High Schools, they are playing host. Here are the teams that are heading out there. We'll be in Hawaii for the big event. We'll have full highlights next week on the Counterattack. And now we go high school water polo to the East Coast and the state of Maryland, the MIAA Prep Championship. Some video here, McDonogh taking on Loyola Blakefield. And at the end of the day, McDonogh wins it 10-8. They take the MIAA Championship. We keep it on the East Coast. Eastern's Prep Championship. It was Gonzaga defeating the Hill School 9-8. Check out the game winner here from senior Luke Gilday. Puts it home. Everyone's fired up. And it's Gonzaga with the big win for the Eastern Prep crown. And to Pennsylvania, it was all about Cumberland Valley. Back-to-back championships for CV. They win it over North Penn 12-5. It caps a 31-0 campaign for Cumberland Valley. And now we'll close out the show as we do every week with our social media send-off. The best of what you showed us online. Don't forget, use the hashtag Counterattack. We'll share your tweets, your Instagram posts, all of it right here on the show. Let's jump right in. We go back to Collegiate Cup, and Coach Krikorian, he was there evaluating all weekend long. Loved what he saw, saying it was one of the most competitive preseason tournaments he's ever seen. Now to the referee world, Jim Collingham showing us a couple of future refs that have definitely got the 5-meter penalty call down pat. Great to see that. SoCal Water Polo hanging out with Olympic gold medalist Mel Seidemann. She was there to show off the gold at the Dino Dash in Orange County. A good time had by the SoCal Club. More East Coast Water Polo. Sports Business Journal writer John Oren usually keeping you up to date with what's going on in the sports business world, but he's all over the Maryland water polo scene, tipping us off to that big win for Gonzaga, and also letting us know earlier about a big Gonzaga win over Malvern Prep. And now we go to Honda Center. A great photo here. Courtney Mathewson dropping the puck. Things didn't go as well for the Ducks in this one against the Columbus Blue Jackets, as they would lose the game, but a great image showing the puck in mid-flight. Good Morning America told us last week that new water polo emojis were on the way. We've been hearing about water polo emojis forever. They have finally arrived. They showed us here a whole bunch of emojis that are coming, including a bunch of things we didn't even know we needed emojis for. But as Hannah tweets out, they have arrived. They're here. If you have an iPhone and you've got the new update, they're there. We can only hope for Android phones. They're not far behind. Halloween is come and gone, but you've got to see this costume from Katie Johnson of La Jolla. She keeps it simple. It's a Mikasa yellow water polo ball, the original old school water polo ball style. Great stuff there. You loved it on Instagram. We shared it. Thousands of you chiming in with likes there. We hope there's more water polo themed costumes come next year. Leslie Jones of Saturday Night Live, we know she's a water polo fan. How about this great letter she got from a water polo family, how much they enjoyed seeing her checking out water polo. A great connection there. She posted the letter on her Twitter account. Make sure you check that out. @LessDog is her Twitter account. And then we've put the call out for many months now, looking for a men's college water polo team to answer the Flop Friday call. Leave it to the UCONN men to come through. Well, that'll put a wrap on this week's episode of The Counterattack from right here at Stanford in the 2016 Collegiate Cup. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, when you're on The Counterattack, look weak side.